Not your average tabletop. Woohoo!
Welcome to Not Your Average Tabletop. I'm Zach,
And I'm Pepper.
and today we are looking at reacting to the winners of the Golden Geek Awards. Which, if you've been a subscriber of the channel or just watched our channel in the past, you may have seen that we did our predictions sort of these different categories. We hadn't ever looked at them before, and some we sort of had good predictions, and the others we just kind of, which were probably most of them, just guessed at the couple things we had played. But now they announced the winners here, so we thought it'd be good to kind of react and see if we agree with the winners out of all of them we've played.
They
Probably
make huge mistakes with these votes.
they may have. We'll
The
have to
people are
find
wrong.
out. But yeah, nothing against any of these. Some of these we do not know, and some of the categories we don't have as much knowledge of as others. So some we won't know, but we are happy for all the winners and runners up.
Yes, yeah, and the way they ordered it, what I would call a game of the year is kind of in the middle of the list. And when we made our predictions, you may have seen that it kind of ended with a few categories that we didn't really know much about. So with the revealing of winners, we are actually going to work just after that game of the year section, work our way to the end, and then go back around and end with the light, medium, and heavy game of the year. So
Yes.
that makes
Yep.
our first category the party game category, and the winner was That's Not a Hat. That's a Hat. Um, we didn't know many of the party
No.
games from this year. We don't really have that many party games. We've accumulated a handful
Mm.
over our careers, but not our primary category. But I do appreciate a good one, and I guess people really like this one. So I'm more interested in this one now after seeing it win.
Yeah, I feel like I haven't heard it talked about too much, but I think like the couple times I have heard of it, I think I've heard pretty good things, or people have liked it. I still don't know much about what it is. I guess it's a game about determining what's a hat and what's not a hat. That's all I can imagine. But yeah, I mean, definitely if the people are voting it that way, I would think it's probably a pretty solid party game.
Yeah, yeah. And the runner-ups, we're not sure exactly how the runner-ups are determined or the order of them, if there is an order of the two runner-ups. But there's Digsit Disney Edition, which is an established game, which I don't know if that maybe hurts it from not being just a brand new title. And then
Right.
as well as Nekojima, which I believe is a stacking game with hanging ropes and cats and trying not to have things touch or fall over. Uh, so yeah, that's. Do you think that that's not a hat? From the little you know, does it feel like the next Just One or So Clover or the next standout game?
I don't know. It from the name, it kind of seems like one that's more of maybe a mass market style game
Yeah,
with
yeah,
maybe a little bit more to it than some other mass market style games, but could be wrong. Like I said, I don't know anything about it, so I don't know what
yes,
the point of the game is. But from the name, it sounds like that sort of game. Uh,
yeah,
yeah, I would just hope that it can be what it is. People obviously love it, but uh, I would if I was going to play it, I'd hope it's not something like what's the word game?
Oh, Cards Against Humanity.
Cards Against Humanity or an Exploding Kittens or
Oh, yeah,
something. Some of those types of things, which the name kind of could be that too, but
yeah.
yeah.
I could. Um, we'll have to try it. But congratulations to all of them. I'm probably gonna forget to say it every time. So congratulations to all the winners.
Yes.
Uh, then we're on to print and play, which the winner here was a Waypoint. And the runners up were Flip Town and Naturopolis, which I actually don't even remember Naturopolis as a nominee. That's a brand
I
new
don't remember
name to
that either.
me. I don't know if I mispronounced
Right,
it
and
horribly last time.
yeah, I don't remember that either, but I maybe I think this was one of the categories we probably just went through pretty quickly
Yeah.
because I think
Oh
I
yeah,
had
it's
clicked one.
one of those
No,
games. That's right.
that'd be
That's right.
Jesse's pick. My
Yes.
pick was the other one, Flip
Yeah,
Town.
Flip Town.
That I think that was like the one that I had played.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I don't know anything about Waypoints either. It's probably
I think
pretty
we
solid if it beats
covered it
Flip
on
Town.
our Take My Money series.
Oh, did we?
I believe so. Or we looked at it. I think we
Oh, yeah.
did cover it. So yeah, you're kind of exploring the map and going to mountains and visiting different animals. It looks cool.
Hmm.
But yeah, I wouldn't probably pursue it in a print and play. We don't print and play often. Um,
Right.
but yeah, I'd be interested in all three of these, especially Fliptown, since you have said pretty good things about it. So I'm a little disappointed that one didn't win, for having really no dog in the fight. That was the one cheering for.
All right. But yeah, that maybe means I should try to see what they have for waypoints. I guess I don't remember if there was a non-print and play version of that one or that one was 100% print and play. I can't remember. But then
And
we
the
get into solo
solo
game.
game of the year, which this was probably maybe the only one that we had played solo.
I
Legacy
think
of
so.
You, definitely the only one you had, I'm sure. But um, and it did end up winning, and I believe that's the one that we both went with. Even me, I know you're the big Garfield Games fan here, but I had to admit that that one was pretty cool in my one experience with it. I liked what it did, kind of letting the story just play out for itself with how the mechanisms work and cards come into play.
Hmm.
I liked it a lot, and I think it got my vote. I could be wrong. Pretty sure it got my vote in the last video, and I am happy to see that it did win this. But I mean, I also really enjoy Earth. Haven't played it solo, and Earthborn Rangers, heard a lot of good things about, and looks really cool.
Hmm. Yeah, that one definitely looks cool. And I haven't played Earth solo, but I would guess that would be good as well. But yeah, Legacy of You is pretty solid game if you tend to like Garfield games. If you don't, even with those few extra things, I don't know that you would love it.
Yeah,
It definitely has a Garfield feel to it. Maybe I was gonna say it was maybe on the lighter side of their games, but there are some. There's a decision space there.
yeah, there's consequences.
Right.
But yeah, it's definitely a Euro game with some kind of theme or opponent from the game. It's not
Yeah.
just pandemic, seeing the virus explode and you have to fight it. This is a worker placement game, and there's resources and buildings. But it does introduce, I think it puts those two types of games together very well.
Hmm. I would agree.
And onto a thematic game. The winner here was, how do you pronounce it? Hegemony,
Hegemony, I think.
hegemony. Okay, I named 6 options, none of them right.
I
Uh,
would guess most people all say slightly different takes on
I
the
want to
name.
say huge money. That's what I'm going to call it from
Huge
now.
money.
Huge money. And it's making huge money now because it is the winner of this award. Lead your class to victory. The runners up were Sky Team, which Sky Team was kind of our favorite for a lot of the categories. We had it pretty much sweeping everything that it was in, our personal preference, and maybe even our predictions when it made our predictions. And as you can see, the first one that we see here, it does not end up winning. But neither did Dune Imperium Uprising, which theme based on a movie or a book. Cheating.
Yeah,
Cheating.
I'm at least glad because I think I don't know if it was for this one or one of the other categories. I had mentioned that I was interested in Hegemony based on the love that it had been getting, but it was definitely a heavier game that I don't know that we would ever want. It makes me think of Root a little bit from the sounds of what you're doing because you're taking on like different classes. Like so, someone's the government, someone's like the white collar, and um, just the different classes and stuff, and it mixes it together pretty well apparently. So I'm just glad that the top two. Well, I guess I don't know. Like I said, how the runner ups are determined. But I'm glad that I believe the top two, Hegemony and Sky Team, were not based on IPs. I think there were a few other IP based ones on there for thematic. Um, just just my personal preference. I think being able to do it without a theme, but or without a something behind it necessarily is a really good thing.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. Well, you
and
just wait until something is some theme that you want, then we'll see. Then we'll see.
that's true. That's probably fair.
Wait till the RuneScape game, or there's maybe a Mario Kart game.
Wait
Then you'll
till
be like, "This is the greatest theme ever."
Unmatched Shakespeare. My gosh, this is as realistic as it gets. He was always fighting Sinbad. Very thematic.
And even more our type of game. We're all about that theme, but we're even more about those war games. And the winner of the war games is probably, I think, maybe the one that we went with as well, or at least I think I did. Undaunted,
Yeah.
Battle of Britain. I've been interested in the Undaunted series for a while. Probably just because it makes me think of Unmatched a little bit, starting with a U, being a series of games. Maybe 2-player games, are they? I forget.
I
Battling
actually don't
games.
remember.
Let's see. 2 players.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've been interested in those in a while. I've seen them nominated different awards throughout the years for 2-player. I
I
don't
think
know
it's
if I
probably
saw them.
won a lot of 2 players, and
Yeah, yeah,
probably the fact that it won this probably has won maybe Wargame won categories before as well.
yeah.
But
I
yeah,
can't
that
believe
was kind of the
it's
one I was interested
still
in.
winning. Like after all the versions of this game, it's still winning these awards. I don't know if it really changes it up that much, or if it's
Yeah,
just
I
a
don't know.
system that is just better than anything else. I don't know.
It's true. Yeah, I don't know.
But
But
then
yeah,
we
then we get
have
Halls of Hegra.
the British
So,
Way. Counterinsurgency at the end of an empire.
well, at
So
least they didn't have the one that we couldn't say. I thought there were a couple
oh yeah,
titles in that
they
that
were.
were pretty tough.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. But yeah, I look forward to hopefully trying Undaunted at some time. And then the best podcast, best board game podcast. The winner is One Stop Co-op Shop, with runners up Talk Cardboard and Beyond Solitaire. Don't know any of these. I've heard, well, obviously, I've heard of all of them now because we made these predictions. I've heard the most of One Stop Co-op Shop.
I would agree.
So not surprised that it would be the most popular here. It's what I know the most. Don't know who does it. Don't know what they talk about. But they're doing it good.
I would agree. Yeah, that's the one out of these three, especially that I've heard the most. So I feel like I maybe heard Beyond Solitaire some too. I don't know if I've heard of Top Cardboard. But yeah, I don't know any of the people that do any of them, but looks like they're doing a great job.
Go check them out. Maybe we need to start a podcast.
We might have to.
We just ramble on about Stonemeyer games and Garfield games for hours.
Exactly.
And then the best board game app, we had Unmatched Digital Edition taking the win.
Guess
Twilight
I'm gonna have to
Struggle,
get that.
yeah, Twilight Struggle Red Sea was in runner up, as well as Fleet the Dice Game. Yeah, Unmatched. We love Unmatched here, and we have shelves, cubes dedicated to it. We have a ton of videos dedicated to it. Go check out our tournament. We love it, and it's tempting, but getting the app means probably repurchasing
All the
everything we've
characters.
already purchased.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a little cheaper, I'm guessing, but since we already have that, I don't know. It's do we need it? We love it. It'd be nice to have it in that form too. Like, we're not together. We could just play on there.
It's true.
It's tough.
Yeah, I don't
It's
know. I
tough.
guess I don't know what content they all have on there. I know there probably are some add-on characters and stuff that you can play or pay for and stuff, but I guess I don't know like if that actually has some of the more recent ones or
Oh yeah.
how any of that works.
Yeah, I guess I don't think I've really seen much other than maybe both the legend sets.
Mm-hmm.
Might have just been one legend set, but it might be both, and maybe Beowulf and stuff are on there too. Not sure how much they have, but I would think they could get everything on there pretty quickly. But yeah, if you guys really want to see us, we can try to figure out how to film that unmatched digital edition. If you really want content like that,
That's true.
that might
For
give
all
us
those
an
unmatched
excuse.
fans.
Buy it.
Exactly.
Okay, we're gonna jump up real quick to the top here. Now you actually see the thumbnail that you should have seen when we started this video. Golden Geek Awards 2023. And the first category was
We should have started
two-player
with this,
game.
I guess. We could
We
have been
should have.
starting off on a hot streak.
The only thing that matters is Sky Team and it winning everything. And it won this as it should. It's a two-player game, and it's named Sky Team, so it should win. Shellacked all the war games pretty much, with Undaunted Battle Britain being a runner-up, and all Star Wars anything ever by beating Star Wars the deck building game. Sky Team is better than Star Wars and better than war games.
Wow. Wow. Big statement. Big statement.
It
yeah,
totally,
based
totally
on how it does, it's a really good game. But it is still surprising to me that, I mean, as you can see, Undaunted won in another category. And the Undaunted series is just so popular. And I feel like I've heard a lot of people really loving the Star Wars deck building game. So
we
the
need
fact that it was able to fend off both of those, I think, says a lot. I think it was a pretty strong competition in the two-player game. So that just means so much more to it, I think, than if it had been up against some maybe average contenders. But I think those. I have not actually played any of those. I do have Star Wars, the deck building game. Haven't had a chance to play it yet, but I'm excited, especially now that it's a runner up here.
It gets
So
me more and
hopefully
more
it's
excited to play it.
just close to as good as Sky Team.
Just a little worse, because we will not admit anything is better than Sky Team. Oh boy, then we got artwork presentation. We got the winner, Castles of Burgundy Special Edition, which we love the presentation of Castles of Burgundy. It's a fantastic special edition. Then the runners-up of Earth and Voidfall. I know you really like the cover of Voidfall. I like it somewhat. I think you're a pretty big fan of that. Earth, I don't know. I think there's a lot of like actual imagery and pictures in the game. We haven't played it physically, but have played it on Board Game Arena. I think it looks nice, but I don't think it stands out as like an artwork presentation game. And I forget some of the other nominees in the category. I feel like there might have been another one that I really liked, but I know that I did at least make a comment of Castles of Burgundy being one of my favorites.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I think if I didn't pick it, the only reason was because it was a new edition of the game, so was maybe not giving it the full credit. But I really love that whole presentation in that game. They did a great service to that somewhat ugly game, but great game. But yeah, then I really like Voidfall. I really love the cover and the artwork in the game. And if I remember right, I feel like I've seen like pictures of like the board pieces, and there's like slots for dice and or little things and whatnot in them. And I just thought that looks really cool. But yeah, Earth, based on maybe I'd have to see it in person, but based on the Board Game Arena implementation, I wouldn't have said that was necessarily one that I was like, oh, this is a all-time great. I mean, it's not bad.
Yeah,
It's probably on the upper half of things, but
yeah,
probably wouldn't have. If I looked at all the games, it probably wouldn't have been in the top 5 or 6, maybe I would think.
yeah.
But
it's nice, but yeah, I don't know. It seems like the iconography and all that seems pretty plain compared to the rest of it, the actual images. Maybe they're not even actual images. Maybe that's artwork. And if that's artwork, then that's the most realistic artwork I've ever seen.
that's true. It's fair.
But
take back everything I said.
Yes, we take it all back. But Castle Burgundy is. Oh boy! And then here another category that was totally correct. We were totally correct. The voters were totally correct. For a cooperative game, winner Sky Team. That's right. Sky Team is an amazing game. We already said it. It's fantastic. The cooperation, limited communication is perfect in this one, and it's perfect on Board Game Arena. Go check it out and play it over there. See if you like this game. But Earthborn Rangers, again, we said So it looks like a pretty interesting game. And then as well, Sleeping Gods, Distant Skies, new implementation of one of the most popular cooperative games in recent years, maybe ever. The magnum opus of one of the biggest designers in board game history.
Designer and
Obviously,
artist
yeah, and artist
and publisher, all the
publisher
stuff.
and story writer, well, everything.
Song, I think they composer. I think they put the songs together. If you got the what is it, foreteller or whatever it is, whichever one they use.
Yeah, so established great game there. Hopefully, this one's just as good as the original and even better. But yes, to compete with a Sleeping Gods game, Sky Team, you got to think to yourself, must be one of the greatest games ever made.
The hype is real.
If
you don't want to play it yourself, you could go check out. We have a video of us playing on Board Game Arena, so you can see the implementation on there and the playthrough of it. We did a very simple one, but there's definitely more chaotic, crazy things you can do with it.
Yes, it gets wild. It gets wild. Then expansion, we had Ark Nova Marine Worlds winning this one, which I don't think we ever thought could win this category. I think you were pretty sold on Lost Ruins of Arnak, the Missing Expedition, and I think you convinced me of that as well. Thank you very much.
You were probably thinking Ark Nova, and I just said, no.
This is Ark Nova all the way, and you convinced me. Dang it. And Cascadia Landmarks was also a runner-up. We have maybe not the only one, but we had played that one, and I do enjoy it. I don't think it's groundbreaking enough to be a winner of the category, but I think Missing Expedition introduced cooperation, was it, or a campaign?
It was like a two-player campaign type thing in there.
Yeah, that seemed to be like the most. I mean, it's already a really hot game, but Ark Nova is as well.
Even hotter.
I hadn't really heard much of Marine Worlds.
Yeah, I feel like that must have been pretty late in the year. I can't remember if it was available when we went to Gen Con or not, or if it was even announced at that point.
Ooh. Yeah, it's a huge game, and expansion is just more of that game. So I guess it's can't go wrong.
Then it took the top spot of the people in the Dice Towers thing this last year. I think Ark Nova did. So I guess in that way it doesn't surprise me. I think it did. I think it overtook Wingspan.
That's sad. That's sad. It tears my eyes. Wingspan.
I think it was anyway.
Sky Team will be back.
That's true. Sky Team is going to pass that. You just need Tom Vassell to start talking it up a little bit.
It's just a very niche two-player cooperative game. Hidden information. This is the most popular game of all time. Unbelievable. Innovative. I would say it's also a very innovative game. But this
maybe
one,
the most or second most innovative.
Huge money. Lead your class to victory is the winner here for innovative game. And don't know how the mechanics work, but like you said, that kind of like Root, taking on these different roles in the government and leading it to benefit yourself seems innovative theme-wise. I don't know gameplay-wise if that would be innovative or what they introduced there. Sky Team, on the other hand, there was absolutely nothing I had ever seen in another game. Dice rolling, what the heck?
No communication? Screens? Their screens?
Yeah, I don't know if it is the most innovative, but it felt different for us.
It definitely did. There's something about it, because it is probably. Looking back, I don't remember what I ranked it. And I don't remember what other new to me games I had, but it maybe probably should have been like number one last year. Open it up again. Gotta take a look at this. Gotta let the people see it. What rank is it? Did it go up with that boost?
It's 150.
Come on, people. We gotta get this in the top 100. Get it in the top 100. Go give it 10s. We got a campaign here to beat Arc Nova.
It starts here.
Where's Hegemony ranked? People are just like, they're not even reacting to this. This is a 50-minute video.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
We got to catch it.
But in its category, Sky Team is better for the thematic and family. Like, combined, pretty much. Beats him in his strategy sphere. Also, Earthborn Rangers was not. So, there's a shout. And then we got the Gotties, the games of the year. We start off with a light game of the year, which, because Sky Team has those different difficulty levels, I feel like it should have been nominated for light, medium, and heavy game of the year. And I think it should have won every single one. But can't always get what you want, I guess.
No.
Thunder Road Vendetta. One that I didn't know. I don't think we thought that this would win. It feels a little more meaty than a light
I'm kind of
game.
surprised. Yeah, I'm surprised it was in there, but I think if it had been in medium, it wouldn't have had a chance. If I remember right, wasn't medium the one we'd had? It had a lot of bangers.
It was pretty stacked. Yeah.
So I don't know if it would have had a chance against those. And overall, it is pretty easy to do. Especially, I mean, the other two, the runner-ups, I would argue, could also be seen as a little more than just light. There's just some things to gnar and far away as well.
Yeah, because light, I think, just purely family game. But these are a little heavier than that. They take a little thinking, but they are pretty approachable. These aren't ones that I'm scared to get to the table. They're once you get them, you pretty much are good to go. You can get them pretty quickly in a teach, I think, maybe 5 minutes, and you're good to go. So, and I love Thunder Road Vendetta, so I ain't complaining about this winning. I don't
remember what the other ones were in this category, but I all three of these are probably some of my favorites in that category.
We played all three of these.
We did. Three-way crossover.
Like them all.
Yeah.
And then, oh boy, don't get that spoiler. Then we got the medium game of the year. Pretty stacked. Just the top three here being the winner, Earth. I'm like, how is this? That's been around for 5 years. How's this still getting nominated? And runner-up, Castle of Burgundy Special Edition, which I wonder if that was a brand new game, if that would have just being a special edition of an existing game. I feel like it might have brought it down a little bit.
Yeah.
I like
it a lot. I don't know if it should have been nominated. I could get maybe the artwork. I get behind that because it is different art and stuff. But I think in this category, maybe I wouldn't have included it since it is pretty much all the same gameplay outside of, I think, a Vineyard expansion was the only new gameplay, I believe. I could be wrong.
Yeah, I think so. There might be some little thing. But yeah, and then
I mean, not that it's not a solid game.
Yeah. As well as the White Castle, which you have played. I have not. So you have played all three of these. Pat yourself on the back.
I give the White Castle the nod too. The thumbs up.
Yes, he really enjoys that one. So these are three great games, and
6 great games so far. Let's see what happens here.
I prefer Castle Burgundy, but Earth is fantastic. It was in my top games last year video somewhere.
He's coming around on Castle Burgundy. When I was debating getting it, he was like, I don't know.
Too long. It's too much.
Too many rounds. Too long.
It's great. What he told me. Perfect. It is perfect. But then it just goes off the rails here with Heavy Game of the Year.
We didn't even get the one we played. Where is Shem?
Oh, yeah. Where is the West-South game of Shem?
Scholars.
72. Scholars. Yes, Scholars was the only one I had played in the group, and so I had to vote for it very enthusiastically. But huge money took this one as well. It's sweeping just as much as we predicted Sky Team to sweep. And it beat it twice, and it's not even up against it here. So it's kind of the villain here in my eyes. Huge money. But it is nice. I haven't heard too much about it, and I like to see new games just become super popular. and hopefully it's a good one that I enjoy. I do enjoy original Dune Imperium.
I would agree.
Uprising being a reprinting, similar to Castle of Burgundy, might have maybe heard it a little bit. Darwin's Journey, I don't know much about that one.
I've got that one waiting to be played. I got to play that one.
That's
I'm
right, you do.
excited for that. Yeah, Scholars got robbed. I know. I think that was kind of divisive. If I remember the Dice Tower, I don't think did anyone really like that one very much. I don't even know if Mike did.
Sure.
And if Mike doesn't like it, oh boy,
Mikey likes everything.
I could be remembering wrong. Maybe he loved it. I don't remember. But now I don't. Now I'm also questioning: did the Sky Team get nominated for any of the Game of the Year categories?
Oh boy, did it? Did it? Okay, let's see. Where would I get to this? This man.
I don't remember.
Let's go to Scott Alden. Where's his submission? His blogs, contributions. I don't know how to work this site very well, so we're gonna try. You can just continue talking. We'll see. It's probably never leading anywhere.
But yeah, I think overall I would agree with probably most of those. I already was hoping to one day try Hegemony, huge money, and I think this makes me believe that it's definitely worth trying at least once. I don't know if it's.
You got there.
I always get excited about some of these, and like, it might be worth buying, but then it just won't get played. Let us know in the comments below if you made it this far. Have you played Hegemony? Can it play at 2 players, or does it need the 4 players to really feel like it works? Because like Root, unfortunately, feels like it needs 3 to 4 players to really actually work pretty well. Does it feel that way with this one? Because yeah, otherwise I would say then probably not worth getting. Maybe someday play it. Oh my goodness, not even in the top 3, and it's won multiple awards.
It don't make sense. It don't make sense. Sky Team got robbed like 5 times.
Wow.
Yeah, that is a great category.
That's a good set of games there. So I guess. But yeah, those are the award winners. I think you got some good picks there. We're definitely going to be excited to maybe try some of them that we haven't played before sometime soon. Maybe you never know. But otherwise, we hope to see you on our next videos. And as always, don't forget to keep on nibbling on our content.